South Africa, like we wouldn't eat horse. So they explained me like some tricks and what to do and not to do.
Okay, this is a funny story. I don't know if it's okay to talk about that because it's a bit porn stuff. It's okay.
It's the first thing I did when I went to the airport.
Hi, this is Koji from Dari, Japan. Today, I'm gonna interview someone from different countries living in Japan about their culture shock and weird things that exist in Japan. Let's go. Where from?
South Africa.
How long does it take from South Africa to Japan?
21 hours is the quickest flight.
And you have to transit in another country?
Yeah, in Dubai.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been in Japan for 3 days. I'm planning to stay in Japan for another 5 days.
Okay, while traveling in Japan, have you experienced any culture shock in Japan?
I think I knew it was going to be very different to home, but what I find so different, what is so shocking, is like how quiet everything is. Like everybody is so considerate and so polite. It's almost shocking. Everyone is so nice. Yeah.
Do you have anything you think weird in Japan?
Weird. I think maybe some of the stuff that's on the menu is a bit weird, like horse in South Africa, like we wouldn't eat horse, but I mean, everyone is different. So I don't think it's weird, it's just different. Yeah.
Is there anything that travelers have to do before going to Japan?
I think learning a couple phrases is really helpful. Doing something like an app like Duolingo or Memrise, just to kind of wrap your head around the language and just to be able to to reciprocate a little bit of the politeness, like saying thank you or excuse me, which I can't say very well. I'm too embarrassed to try, but I think that's probably the advice I would give. And to be open-minded.
Where from?
I'm from France. We're both from France.
Me too. How long have you been in Japan?
It's been since November, so more than 2 months, 3 months actually.
This morning. Yes.
Few hours.
Have you experienced any culture shocks in Japan?
Yeah, I think, let me think about it.
It's maybe too early for me.
Yeah, too early.
It's too early for you? Yeah, there is cultural shock, but I think most of the time is same. Sometimes it's difficult, Okay, for me, the most cultural shock is tatemae, actually.
In Japan, honne refers to a personal true feelings and desires, and tatemae refers contrastingly to the behavior and opinions one displays in public.
It's like in France, we don't do tatemae, so we are straight directly going to the point, and if we don't like something, we say it directly. And for example, for me, it's difficult because I don't want to bother people. So if they are doing tatemae with me, I will not be sure if I'm doing things correctly or if I'm wrong. So sometimes I have really to pay attention because I don't want to disturb. So this is, I think, the most difficult thing for me.
And do you know something weird about Japan?
Yeah, something weird. I think, we do have some weird stuff as well as friends. So I think it's okay. But maybe the drinking culture, like, like Bonenkai, we don't have it in France. So it's nice. But maybe this one, is different.
TV show?
TV show?
Maybe.
TV show. Okay, this is a funny story. I don't know if it's okay to talk about that because it's a bit porn stuff. It's okay? It's not, it's just, we talked about that. It's like, there is a famous porn star. I don't remember his name, but he was famous because he succeeded to the TV show where you don't come. Like, there are I'm so sorry.
Wow.
They were doing jobs for porn actors, and the main purpose is like stay the longest without coming.
Don't worry, this program is not over-the-air television. It's a special online program, so children cannot watch it, of course.
And so there was like this guy famous because he succeeded to stay until a long time. That's why, and it was TV show. So that's why we were making fun of that.
Okay. Do you have some advices for the traveler who want to go to Japan?
Yeah, sure. Learn some Japanese word, which just the basic, and but it's more for me. But don't stay in Tokyo. For me, the best way to visit Japan is like maybe it's nice to stay in Tokyo for a few days, but I think it's better to as well visit all the cities because you can experience different culture aspect of Japanese culture and so, talk a little bit in Japanese because when you're just saying few words in Japanese, it's open a new possibility for you to get close to people and yeah, I think it's good to have some Japanese word.
So do you have a plan to take them to the another place?
Yes, of
Okay.
course. Yeah.
Enjoy your trip in
Thank
Japan.
you.
This channel produces 3 different types of videos. The first one is various interviews related to Japan. The second one is the day in the life of Japanese people. And the last one is how the lives of people from different countries are in Japan. This channel is definitely the best channel to learn more about Japan. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Where are you from?
Argentina.
Are you traveling or just living in Japan?
I'm traveling 3 weeks.
3 weeks. How long have you been in Japan for now?
I've been for 2 days. It's my second day in Tokyo.
For these 2 days, have you experienced any culture shocks in Japan?
Well, everything is better than I imagined, so it's a positive shock. The first thing I saw were the toilets. They're amazing. It's the first thing I did when I went to the airport. I went to the toilet to see how they were, and there's music. There's everything is amazing. Yeah, that's the best things. I love the public transport, the subways. Everything is very organized. I got very lost at the Ueno station searching for the pass office, but I found it. And everyone is so nice and helps you. And if I talk to someone in Japanese, they answer me in Japanese, and I found that very polite because maybe I don't look like I speak Japanese and I'm trying to speak well, but everyone is respectful.
So before you going to Japan, you studied Japanese.
Yes. I'm not very good, but I studied some years and I know hiragana, katakana, and some kanjis, so I can communicate the basics.
On the other hand, is there any weird things that exist in Japan?
Weird things. Um, I don't know. At the moment, nothing comes to mind.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Are you traveling or living in Japan?
I'm actually traveling. I'm a tourist.
How long have you been in Japan?
I've been there for 10 days.
Where did you go in Japan?
I went to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, and Fuji.
For you, where is the best place for you in Japan?
It's pretty hard because all these cities are really beautiful, but I would say Fuji.
Fuji. While traveling in Japan, what is a culture shock you experience in Japan?
Um, oh my, there's a lot of things, but it might sound ridiculous, but how many toilets they are everywhere. And the convenience store, they're literally at every corner of the street, and it's really practical actually. So it's really different compared to Canada.
What is the weird things that only exist in Japan?
Things that only exist in Japan. The things for umbrellas, like the wraps for umbrellas. It's the only thing I saw here that I was really shocked because usually when I back home in Canada, you only have to bring it in your bag and it's all soaked and the floor is disgusting. But here it's all clean. You can just put your umbrella in a wrap or you can just leave it there and you can get back in. There's also the security here. I'm not scared to leave my stuff behind me and go somewhere else and come back. There's always somebody always watching or even telling me like, "Hey, your stuff is right there. Do you need it?" And it's really nice.
Where are you from?
France.
Are you traveling or living in Japan?
I am traveling in Japan for the first time.
What's the first time?
Yes.
How long stay in Japan?
1 month. And I've been here for 3 weeks now.
How was your trip for now?
Amazing. That's the best place ever.
Where did you go?
So I've been to Tokyo, obviously, Kyoto, Fuji Yoshida, Hakone, and I think that's it, basically. I've been walking around, like,
If you choose just one place, where is the best place for now?
I would say Tokyo, of course.
While traveling in Japan, Have you experienced any culture shock in Japan?
Well, I always wanted to go to Japan. That was my like little girl dream, and I never had the opportunity to do so. So I was planning to go there before COVID, but then I was not able to go. So that was my time this year, and I really love it. I had a little cultural shock, but I do have Japanese friends in France, so they explained me like some tricks and what to do and not to do, and to try to integrate myself the better way possible.
Okay.
And I love it.
Do you have anything you think weird in Japan?
Weird? No. I feel very good here. People are very nice. And well, when you compare to France, it's very different because in France, especially when you're a girl, it's complicated. You feel insecure, and here it's totally different. So no, I love it.